Okay, the next ad we're going to create is the traffic ad. This is going to be a little more complex. And the difference between a traffic ad and like an engagement ad is a traffic is one you're going to have to build from scratch inside the back office about what I'm about to show you. And it's called, in most cases, they call it a dark post, meaning that you don't have it when you create it, it is not automatically posted on your Facebook page. So the only way someone would see it is if you were targeting them with a specific ad. So when you click on traffic, it's going to have you name your ad. And we're going to just do a test, traffic test. And then you click continue. Okay. And then what we'll do is we'll go in. You should have already um, figured out who you want to target with this and so on. You went into audience insights and created it. Now they keep adding different things in the back office here, like the WhatsApp is new, Messenger ads are new, and so on. But my traffic, I'm just targeting people to a website that I want to drive traffic to. Okay, I'm going to advertise this page. Okay, I'm going to use this over and over and over again. So I'm going to advertise. I'm going to copy that while I'm sitting here, and I'm going to run traffic directly to that. Okay. Now, when I go through here, I typically skip all these, Diamond M Creative, offer, things like that. And I go down here. So my custom audiences, I'm not going to do that in this ad, but I'll show you when these are relevant, okay, for retargeting. I do want the United States. Since I'm going to be a little more directed, let's say I want to change the age group to 35 to 65. Okay, I want to get rid of the people that haven't made a decision on life yet. Currently, I'm targeting 130 million people based on that segment of people. Maybe I want to hit men, and you'll notice that if I click on men, it'll drop that down to about half. So we're just going to leave it as all because I'm just trying to advertise my book. I'm going to use English, again, US English. And then I've already decided that I'm going to target Eric Worre, which has a big, the Network Marketing Pro. So if I click on Network Marketing Pro, okay, now occasionally, because I know this is not this, I know this audience is not this big. Okay, not even a question. Occasionally, this audience size thing does not populate properly. Sometimes when you go through your ad creative, it'll check it. If it does stick like this, I do go back up here and just double check that I haven't hit anything that was, out of the ordinary. I only want United States. Okay, that makes sense. All, maybe if I clicked on men and then switched it back. Nope. Okay. All, but anyhow, I basically, when I'm targeting interest, it should feed just specifically to those people. This audience does seem a little big, but I have seen this happen where it's not a big deal once it's populated. I know what it is. I got it. Never mind. It's actually because of the edit placements. When I edit my placements, it'll change. Maybe. I'm taking off the audience network. That's probably what's got it so big. I'm taking off Messenger, and I want the stories gone. Nope, still didn't adjust it. But anyhow, so occasionally this number won't change. Most of the time it does. But since we're on this trail anyhow, we're going to just keep going. So I got my audience that I'm going to target, network marketing, Eric Worre. More than likely, that real audience, the real number is like 1.3 million, by the way. But I went into edit placements. Like I said before, I never do automatic placements because it burns through my cache or your cache on like the audience network that they have. I only want to be advertising this ad to people that are on Facebook specifically. Okay, so when I clicked edit placements, because it's just going to be an image ad, I'm just going to use just an image in my ad when I create it. I only want it to go show up in the feeds. I will check right column just for fun, in case it's because it's just going to be a book offer, and in Instagram it will go through that. Okay, and then I scroll down. I leave the devices the same. My budget is $20. I'm actually going to do 15 instead. Actually, let's just do 5. We'll do 5 as my budget. Okay, and typically when you change that, a lot of times it'll change these numbers as well, so I'm not quite sure why it's not. But anyhow, I leave link clicks alone. I leave this stuff alone, and I pretty much go through all here and I don't change anything. All right, so now that's really simple on that, and obviously you can get into more detail when I show you when if you've watched the audience insights video. Now, when I go into the creation of it, I'm going to advertise this on my Facebook page, and I was going to obviously do it on my Instagram account. Now, when you go down here, here's what's happening because it's a website traffic ad. I've got options of the carousel, which are the multiple. Let me see if I can pull that up a little bit for you. Those are the ones you've probably seen where they have an image, an image, an image, and you just keep clicking the little arrow button. It'll take you to the next one. There's the single image ad, which is what I'm going to show you. There's a single video ad with your objective as your website click. And then there's a slideshow ad. Basically, you add up to 10 images, and they will play them kind of a little quick, real quick, so it actually looks like a video. It's kind of a cool little thing. I would recommend testing one of those. And then the collection. Okay, now if I go back, I typically only use single image and single video. And I have done carousel, and I have never done collection, and I've done, I think, one slideshow. Okay, carousel is more or less if I was offering different products that I was able to market. Then I would put a product image, product image, product image, product image, and so on once I do it. And I would typically only do this if I was retargeting somebody. Okay. But anyhow, let's stay focused here. Now, with the single image, once it's defaulted here, guess what you got to do? You got to get the images. Now, I created, like I said, I go to Facebook, or I'm sorry, I go to Canva. Right there's the Facebook ad. You click on it. You create it. You can change the colors. You can change the backgrounds. You can do whatever you want. You can move your images around and so on. So I would create all my images in Canva because it's free. It's cheap. Now what happens is I already have those downloaded, so I'm going to upload my images. Now what I want to show you is I've got three images, right? I got three of the same, so I'm going to copy all those. I'm going to open them, and it's going to upload all three of them, or it should. Okay, because I uploaded a single video, or I'm sorry, an image, three different images. It actually is going to create ad 1, ad 2, ad 3, which is kind of cool because now when I'm doing my ad set is running on the things that I've already predetermined, the ads are going to get rotated between this ad, and this ad, and I can go in and look at the stats and realize that, hey, this weird fiery pink ad is going amazing and it's the one that's driving all the traffic. So I'll go in there and turn this one off or delete it, and turn this one off and delete it, or this one, right? I'll delete that one as well. So it's real simple when you do that. If you make a mistake, you can obviously remove this image. So if you clicked on remove images on that one, and it would leave just the one image or so on, and you go, I think I am going to go with the pink one as well. And like I said again, it'll upload it and pop it in here. Now, the other thing to understand is if you've already uploaded images, you can actually click on Browse Library, and it will show you the images that you have already you've used in the past. So if I wanted to add, this one and this one, and let's say I'll do one with my wife and I click continue, it'll load them up. So those are the two that I did. The car one will load, that one will load, and that one will load. Okay, so I got basically all these. You can crop them if they don't fit in this parameter correctly, or you can change the image of this ad specifically. The other thing is you may, if you'd like to, if you don't want to use Canva or anything, you can click on free stock images, and you can type in words that will find you a relevant one. So if I said multi-level marketing, will actually give me images that have been tagged that look like multi-level marketing ones. Like obviously, and they're from Shutterstock, and you do not have to buy these. Okay, these are free with Facebook. Okay, that they have in here. You can have, so these might be the ones that you see like that looks like the genealogy looking one. I wouldn't use this one because it says multi-level marketing on it, and there's too much text on this image. Okay, but you can go in here and get stock. You can pull images from your page, which is kind of cool. So if you already have a bunch of images on there, you might find one that you like, and you can do that. You can go pull them off your Instagram. Okay, so if I had these ones that I had on here on Instagram, and maybe I want to use this one, we'll see. That one might not format correctly, and we'll look at it, and it looks like it did. So I could leave that. So anyhow, you can have up to 6 images. Okay, you can typically have, I think it is up to 6 images. That's what it's been for a long time, unless they change it. So with a traffic ad, you can do that. Now let me go on to this, because this is just a traffic ad. If I change my mind, I don't want the single image, and I'm going to go, you know what, heck with it, I'm going to go with a single video. You click on that, and it takes you back here. Now the same thing, you would upload a video, or you can browse your library, and if you have a video already in here, so I think this is a video, I could click on that. That's already a video that I'd put on your page, and it would have the video in here, and you can actually push play, and it'll,
hey, Mike Gilly here, and what if I
it'll
told you that software on my computer,
so it'll play for you automatically. Okay, so you can choose whether you want a single image, single video, or slideshow, and I just showed you, the single image, because I'm going to show you a video ad later, but this is if it was a website traffic ad, I would choose which one of my creatives that I wanted to use. Okay, so I decided, you know what, I'm going to get rid of the images. I'm just going to use the video. All right, so it's defaulted to the links here of the website. Now here's where you're going to have to put some stuff in. So enter the text that clearly spells out what I'm promoting. Now, I use, as an example, on here, there's already some text. I like to make sure that whatever I'm running in my ad is relevant to what is on my page. Otherwise, Facebook will view it as clickbait, because they will time, if you have an ad running and somebody clicks here and immediately bounces off of it, Facebook will realize that there's something wrong. But if somebody went here and spent a minute or two, filling out the information or whatever, then they're going to go, oh, okay, it's relevant. As an example, so let's say I copied this, copy and paste, Command B, and I put it here. You'll see that it pops it up. Now that's kind of bland and kind of boring right there. So I like to use emojipedia.org. You can see it, emojipedia.org. And let's say I want to add this to it, like I want to have the heart smiley right there. Copied. And so when I go back to my ad, I just put that there in front and I paste it. And now I have that. And using these techniques, maybe I want to put something in there. Let's say I want to do an arrow. These are just some kind of cool things. So I want to do a right arrow because I want to give a call to action. And let's say I do that, and then I put here, click here, or I put my website link, right? So let's say I copy this and I put it in the right there, right? So it's on my ad. Okay. So this isn't too bad of an ad, because I'm going to, hi, I'm Mike. I've been in network marketing industry. Now understand this, that when I run an ad, I typically, when I'm creating it, I call out the specific audience. Okay. If you're not in network marketing, you're not familiar, I don't want you wasting my money by clicking on my ad. Okay. But if you're in network marketing and I've targeted you because I'm using the Eric Worre, network marketing pile of people, then this ad is very relevant to you. In my ad, I tell you exactly what I'm specifically asking for you to do, and I'm giving you the link option to go check out my book. Okay. Now, the other thing is I'm going to put my website URL in here by pasting that in there, and it automatically created the Learn More button, or I could change that to download, or any number of things. Learn more, apply now, listen now, repeat. So if I was giving away, or maybe in your video you're telling somebody, hey, I'm doing a webinar, and I want you to go check out my webinar. Here's what it's about, and you click watch more. It just changes it to here. Now the reason, whenever you've got these things here that are it's blank, it's because it's the headline. The headline goes here. So looking at my thing right here, I'm giving away a network marketing book, right? So as an example, and you typically obviously want to kind of draw out on a piece of paper what your ads are. I'm just kind of making this out on the fly for you. But my headline would be this: free network free network marketing book, download now. And you see it populated right there. Now, this is what it looks like on mobile. You can click in case you don't like the way you have things typed. This is what it looks like on desktop. And right column, if I had it over there, it's actually, this is not available on there, but we'll just leave mobile feed on there because most people are on there. Okay. And so I basically, if I was going to do the book, I click download. If that's what I was trying to get, download now, and they click on it. Guess where it go? It would take them to this website for that link. They would fill out that information because I put that link right here, and that's what they're going to feed to it. Now, you can, these are optionals. You can kind of hover over the I anytime you're confused about something. I don't usually put any of this stuff in here anymore. I used to. I haven't really noticed a big difference on it. I just kind of give them a bullet point, and in most cases, because I'm using a video ad, I like to just talk. I just like to talk and tell them everything in here as opposed to doing it. So I usually have a headline that gets their attention, and then in the video is where I'm talking. Okay. Once all that's done, all you got to do is click confirm. And like I said before, the videos are going to, or the ad will take an hour or two to be approved. It'll go through the process. Again, as long as you don't have a lot of text in your image of your video, should get approved pretty quick. They just want to make sure what all Facebook's algorithms are going to do is go through and check to make sure your links are live and that they're going to the right place. And again, it says, I've called out my network marketing industry. I'm offering a free book. So if they went there, they would know that I am calling out, I'm offering a free book, and they're going to download. So I've kept the messaging the same and the kind of the call to action as well. So traffic ad is a very, very good ad. It's the perfect one to kind of run for this kind of thing. And again, this isn't, the ad would not show up on my Facebook, my Facebook page itself because it's a dark post and so on. Now, if I clicked confirm, what's nice is I'm currently using just the audience. Like if we went back to, let me see here. I'm sorry, I got to go down to here. Okay. So let's say I'm having success and I'm tapping into this market, and it's let's say I'm hitting 1.8 million people is what the audience size is, which is kind of cool. And I'm having success with this ad and I'm getting clicks. In most cases, what I would then do is, because I liked the ad copy, everything made sense, everything was working, to hit a different audience, a lot of times what I'll do is I will duplicate the campaign. I'll show you that. I would duplicate the campaign, then I would go into the audience sections, delete this out, and then put in a different group of people that I want to target. Yeah, Jim Rohn. So now, yeah, there we go. So you see how that finally changed, 1.2 million. So now I would have an entire campaign, all the same things, and I would drive traffic to just Jim Rohn's target of people that have that in their interest, or that Facebook's found that that's an interest, and drive traffic directly to that. So websites are perfect ad to run, or traffic ad is the perfect one to run, and give it a shot, try it. What I would do too is I would recommend on your budget. Let me go down here. Test something at maybe $1 a day, because believe it or not, it'll actually give you some good results. Run $1 a day for 5 days in a row and see if it's getting any kind of traction, any kind of clicks. You'll be able to see a little bit of numbers. It will give you actually enough volume to give you a working, something that makes sense. And if it's working, bump it up to $5 a day. If that begins to work and you're still seeing some good results from it, bump it up to $10 a day. But here's the thing is, just you'll notice that in some cases, because I'm only using one targeted interest group, which is Jim Rohn or Eric Worre, whatever it was, if I'm spending $5 a day, I might notice that for the first 5 or 6 days it's working, but then all of a sudden it'll start to dramatically drop off. I'll know that that ad is actually burnt out that interest group, that they've seen it enough times. The certain amount of people that were probably going to react to it did, the ones that didn't. That's why it's easy to push the duplicate button, find a new audience to target, click on suggestions. If you forget, I'm going to actually target Robert Kiyosaki, delete Jim Rohn, because he wrote the book Rich Dad Poor Dad, delete that. and now I'm going to go after an entire different group of people with the same ad because it's been successful before. So hopefully this makes sense. Again, obviously, if you got questions, you can always inbox me, Facebook me, and stuff like that to do this. So I'll see you on the other videos.